Ladies and gentlemen, in the ring at this time, please welcome.
Then a diss track. Being upset by Andy Ruiz and
In attendance. And the millions watching around.
one thing's for sure, we know Anthony Joshua can hit harder than a diss track.
Kristian Prenga. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to rumble! Prime recording artist Stormzy as he brings to the ring.
From home from him, and he looked very relaxed. Yes, he's walked this way before a few times, Fletch.
Being weak. 13 devastating knockouts.
From Watford, England, the undefeated AJ Anthony Joshua!
Anthony Joshua's return against Kristian Prenga on July 25th in Jeddah was about far more than boxing. It came after one of the most painful chapters of his life. Months earlier, Joshua was involved in a serious car accident in Nigeria that tragically claimed the lives of two of his closest friends, men he had known for over 13 years. The loss deeply affected him, leaving many people questioning whether he would ever step back into the ring. For weeks, there was uncertainty surrounding his future. When Joshua finally addressed the public, he spoke honestly about his grief and explained that his faith became his greatest source of strength during such a difficult period. Rather than walking away from boxing, he chose to use the tragedy as motivation to keep moving forward.
David.
Joshua reflected on how a single moment can completely transform a person's life. He explained that unexpected events have the power to change your mindset, reshape your priorities, and alter the course of your future without warning. According to Joshua, no amount of training or preparation can truly prepare someone for life's biggest challenges. He believes those experiences teach lessons that cannot be learned inside a gym or during a fight camp. They build resilience, deepen character, and remind you to appreciate every opportunity. Joshua admitted that the past year changed the way he views both his career and his personal life, making him even more determined to make the most of every moment.
Something extraordinary happens in your life and it shifts your whole perspective. And that doesn't take conditioning, that's just one moment. Something can happen. An event in someone's life could change their whole trajectory. So, some people need conditioning, definitely. And that's the thing, everyone's running their own race, but you don't need to always condition. Some people just have that.
Joshua also spoke openly about the role faith has played throughout his recovery. He said he believes God has given him more time because his journey is not yet complete. In his eyes, he is still a warrior with a purpose, and that purpose is to continue fighting, inspiring others, and giving everything he is each time he steps into the ring. His comments reflected a renewed sense of gratitude and perspective, showing that success is no longer measured only by championship belts but also by overcoming adversity. Joshua emphasized that perseverance, discipline, and faith have become the foundation of his comeback, and he hopes to honor those he lost by continuing to move forward.
In the ring,
Jake was shooting double legs too.
shooting double legs, nice
Duck
ones
unders.
with ankle picks,
Yeah.
duck unders. But dude, God, people, I see so much people talking shit on the fight, which, dude, what the fuck did they expect? Like, Jake was hyping himself up, saying he's gonna win. Dude, that's self-belief. He needed that to go in. He needed that to get himself into the ring. You know what I'm saying? He just needed that.
What do you think about the sticking that tongue out?
Dude, he's a showman. This is a fucking YouTuber that switched to pro boxing.
Yep.
And he's fighting Anthony fucking Joshua. He
ain't
made
entertaining.
$90 million. $7.5 million per minute. Nate Diaz says that boy don't work hard enough. This girl in the UFC said, Jake Paul shot more double legs in boxing match than I did in my UFC career. Ryan Garcia said, he's a runner, he's a track star. Aljamain said, this is a clown show. Josh Hammond said, dude, it's like, What's the? I mean, what did they expect? They expect him to go in there and look like clean fucking Floyd versus Manny Pacquiao. Two of the, you know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck?
You see the aftermath, like his jaw and everything. Fuck.
Jake Paul's broken jaw. Jake has to get wired shut for 7 days or something like that.
Yeah, like
Tim had to
titanium
do
plates.
7 weeks.
Yeah, Tim says that's the worst thing he's ever gone through.
7 weeks. Tim broke his jaw in Montana. Tried to go to the hospital. Hospital said the surgeon's out of town. So now he has to. So he's fucking goes like a week without even getting surgery. At least Jake was able to probably get it like next day, that same day. But it's like all the people hating on Jake. It's crazy. Connor said Jake is stupid and will be altered permanently from this bout. I look at it. It's inspiring seeing what he does because I know how much like he's putting in work. He's doing legitimate fight camps. He's doing sparring. He's doing rounds. He's eating. He's doing everything.
And despite defeating Anthony Joshua twice, Alexander Usyk welcomed him into his training camp, highlighting the respect that exists between the two former rivals. The pair were seen working together, sharing techniques, and enjoying friendly conversations outside the ring. Usyk made it clear that he was not serving as Joshua's coach, but simply supporting him as a friend and fellow professional. He praised Joshua's physical condition, saying he looked strong, motivated, and ready for his return. When asked about a potential future showdown between Joshua and Tyson Fury, Usyk confidently backed Joshua, expressing his belief that he has what it takes to win.
Well, realistically, it's one of the craziest propositions of all time. You take a guy who just had a boxing match that looks like a sparring match with a 58-year-old Mike Tyson, and then you're going to fight one of the...
Joshua also returned that respect when speaking about Usyk. He openly acknowledged that Usyk earned both victories and admitted it would be unfair to claim he was the better fighter based on their previous meetings. At the same time, Joshua insisted he still believes he can improve enough to win if they ever meet for a third fight. His comments reflected humility, honesty, and confidence all at once. Rather than making excuses for his past defeats, Joshua focused on the lessons he learned from those experiences and expressed his determination to become a better fighter. He remains convinced that with continued growth and the right preparation, another opportunity against Usyk could produce a very different outcome.
Rounds. I wasn't sure if there was going to be a silent agreement. I wasn't sure there was going to be a sparring match agreement that will spar for a while. I wasn't sure. I was honest about it. That's why he said it's going to go rounds. I wasn't sure if there was an understanding that, we'll play a little bit and then we'll get a little more and, whatever. So that was part of it. But there was real parts. Say that's the fixed part. That's the WWE part. That's where the people, and I'm with you. I get it if you want to think that. Here's why I picked rounds, and this is what I think I saw, and I know that in my mind I saw, was the fact is that a lot of people didn't think about 15 months off. And there was going to be some ruts. There was going to be some hesitation. There was going to be some day. He got knocked out by Dubois. Freaking 15 months ago, they were going to be ghosts and addicts. I don't care who you're fighting. You get in the ring again. It's going to take a minute to exercise those ghosts. The rust. You want to call it rust, whatever. It's going to take 5-6 rounds to get rid of the rust. But it's going to, the doubt, the self-doubt, the being in the ring for the first time with nothing in between after being knocked out. That was going to be a play. And then the size of the ring, 22 by 20. It's usually 20 is pretty usually around average. And it's 22 by 20. More room to elude, more room to move around, right? I thought maybe go in there with